Are y'all? You have to be like right in my way.
Yep.
Thanks, sir. Thanks. Hey guys, so it's been a hot minute since we did a video, and we decided we should probably go ahead and get back to doing them. Did the best I could with my hair. We've already got everybody bedded down and ready for the cold weather that's coming in. We've got chickens that are mad because they're not out yet. Colt has ran in to get my bendy tripod so it's easier to hold this. And then we're just going to kind of take y'all on a walk around the farm and show y'all everything we've done, because we have been busy. We just quit videoing because we felt like we weren't actually getting anywhere, but I guess we were. So y'all hang out with us for a little bit and see everything that we've gotten done. We've been trying to catch this chicken since last night. Y'all see him? He came into where their new coop is going to be, and Colt's got the net. Ah, we missed. Wearing us out. We tried, Colt. We tried. Okay, so one of the things that we've been working on, and I've kind of posted some pictures on our Facebook, is this chicken coop. And we're doing it out of lumber just from our property, or we were. But we went and got from the sawmill up the road. He's a friend of ours. We went up there and he gave us all these slabs that he cut off from a big order that he was doing, so that saved us some time. So this is going to finish the chicken coop. So we'll have the coop there, and then all out here is going to be a run. It's going to be like 20 foot long. I'm only going to probably keep a dozen hens in here or so. But anyways, we'll put the chicken wire in the back, so when we get babies in there, they can't get out. We're going to put nesting boxes along the back wall and putting in a door here. And we got to set another post so we can put the other side of the wall up there. Tyler got called out of town for work, praise God. So we didn't get it finished, so Colt and I are going to work on it over the next few days, trying to get this finished up and ready to get the run done so we can move these chickens out of their little bitty tractor. We're going to, on this side, I'm going to do a sort of like a small greenhouse, just somewhere where I can start seeds, because all this area right here is going to be raised beds and garden area for this next year. We've got a bunch of stuff that we're going to get going, but we are doing this in stages. So this is stage one. We're going to get all this down here ready, and then that way we can start on the barn and the shop before we start on our big house. So anyways, we've got 4 piles set up here, and this is where we're going to start our compost. I've got like 2.5 more bales of hay sitting up on top of the hill that we're going to bring down, and then we'll go get more shavings from the sawmill. He told me I can have as many as I want, so I'm going to go get as many as I can. So anyways, we're going to get that done. We're going to use what's left of these slabs to make the raised beds out here. So everything is going to be made out of the cedar, and then I'm going to come back through with power washer and get all the bark off so everything is smooth, and we can seal it, stain it and seal it so that it stays looking nice and doesn't rot as fast. So Coda, the not very farm dog. So another reason that we haven't wanted to do a video is things are kind of just like messy right now. We've got so many projects going on, and that drives me nuts. And I hate for things to be messy because I like for things to be put where they go and things to be finished and look neat, but that's just not possible right now, so I just have to suck it up. So Tyler finished clearing all this and got it leveled off. We've got all of our perimeter fence row is cleared, and we've already started the string line and started setting T-posts for this north side. We're going to get it done first, and then we'll do our south side, and then we'll go across the back at the creek, and we'll show y'all that when we walk down there. This video might be a little long because we haven't done one in a long time, and we've done a lot. So, anyways, this pile right here, we've been burning on that stump that we could not get pushed out, so it's just kind of junk. We're burning all that stuff and going to finish burning that stump out, and that's where we'll start doing the dirt work for the barn. It's going to be a 40 by 50 barn right there, and I will, by next fall, be able to have a long table set up in there for a Sunday dinner, and I'm so excited. So anyways, that's where that's going. Then we'll run a cross fence. It's going to come across back here behind this chicken coop. And so then everything behind us will be pasture. We'll end up with, right now it's woods, but we'll end up with probably about 16, 17 acres of nothing but pasture, so that we can get going on the beef and start getting our pigs and stuff in again. So our freezers are getting a little empty and I don't like it. So let's go walk through the woods. That looks like a little doe. We took y'all before, when we would drive y'all around and show you, is over here. So this is how much of the property was so wooded you couldn't even get to it. I mean, there was some busted up fence line and stuff in here, but he's got all this cleaned up. And that's pretty much all we're doing with dozer work until we get a mulcher in here. And we're just going to let the mulcher come in and clean up everything else so that we can actually see what trees we have and we want to save. So. It just keeps showing up. There we go. I'll tighten it up here. So some of these pine trees we might leave, but we'll probably take a bunch of them. I mean, we'll probably take all of them down, just because they're so messy and they drop the needles and it doesn't go grass underneath. So, and we need the grass, not the pine needles. And then a bunch of the cedar trees. Any of our big cedar trees are going to our sawmill friend. And then we've got another friend that is going to be doing some work on his porch, and he wants cedar post to change out his post on his porch. And so we're stacking back any of the smaller 8 to 10 inch trees. We're going to have a pile for him, so when he gets ready he can come and get those. I think he needs like 19 or 20 of them. So I have no use for a cedar tree. I don't want a cedar tree, so they're all leaving. So before, whenever we would bring y'all down, again, we were over here on this road, and we would come through and we would turn right there to go back to the creek, because all of this was woods. So he's come through and he's got all this cleared out, and y'all can see, like, this property is beautiful. It is so pretty, and this is why I fell in love with it, junk and all. And I have to remind myself of that sometimes because I get a little frustrated. But, I mean, it's like this, the whole property. I mean, it's just rolling hills all through here. We've got the creek that runs across the back. We've got the runoff that runs this way. I mean, we're surrounded by water. I mean, we couldn't ask for anything else. So, this is our neighbor's property that we help take care of, and because he doesn't have anybody. So, once we get finished with ours, we're going to start cleaning up on his some. We're also going to be able to hunt on both properties. We could have done it this year, but we just don't have time. We didn't get anything set up. So that's our plan for next summer, is to get deer stands set up and make sure the kids have a place to hunt. So we're going to get feeders and cameras and all that stuff out after the mulcher comes through and cleans up and kind of gives them a good spot to shoot, because I don't want them shooting and missing or just wounding and running off to die. So that's what our plan is for next year. But I mean, you'll probably see me stop several times. There's deer tracks all over. We've got probably about 7 or 8 doe that have not left here since we've been here. So, and the more we clean up, the more traffic we see. So, all right. So we've come up over the top of that hill and coming back down towards the creek. This is the shorter side of our property. They've got this weird jut in that happens back here at the corner, and it's actually the people across the creek that they own, like 200 foot right there. It's weird. I don't know. You'll see it in a second. So anyways, Colt's going to turn the camera around and give y'all a shot up the lane so y'all can see how far back we've come. And that's just to where the cabin and the barn and stuff is. You can't even see all the way up to where the road is. So, and then we'll go all the way down here, and this is our corner post, and it kind of does this weird dog leg off to the side, and then it follows the creek bank the rest of the way. So this is where it's really pretty right here. This shot. So all of this he opened up, and it is like it's taken my heart because it's absolutely beautiful. So we're gonna have the road that comes down all the way down to here, and this wooded section right here, that's the part that is the people across the creek. But you'll see when we come down here, I mean, look at how big some of these trees are. And they were underbrush was so bad in here that now they're going to take off, and I just can't even imagine how big they're going to be. But once you get down in here and it just all opens up, it's just like this little secret hideaway, and I love it. So this that we're walking on now, this is our property. Up, you'll see some tags on those trees. Those flags are, all that wooded and thick stuff is theirs. So this is that dog leg part that I was talking about, and it comes all across down in front of those trees right there. So that's where we'll run our fence all the way down to where the ridge. Alright, so you'll see the seacoast down there. They got a flag marked right there. That's the end of their property. So we go straight to the creek from there, and then all the way down. And we have over a half a mile of creek frontage. So it goes a long ways that way. In fact, we figure probably about 8 to 10 acres of our property is on the other side of that runoff, and I mean it was so thick over there that you really couldn't even get over there. So, but he's got a bunch of that opened up too. We probably won't make it over there today because that's going to make like an hour-long video. But anyways, this ridge area right here, we're going to run our back fence along it. There's something moving over there.
I think that's Coda.
Is that our dogs? Yeah. Found our bear. Listen.
Alright.
What are y'all doing? Huh? Farm dog stuff? So, we've also had the addition of another healer since our last video because, you know, two's not enough. But she's actually a litter mate to Maverick, our other red healer. And my sister had her, but she couldn't keep her, so we took her back, and she's super sweet. She's a good dog. I can leave her out with the chickens. She doesn't hurt them, so I'm good. She doesn't mess with the goats. She was a big chicken when she got here. She was scared of everything. She's gotten a lot better. So, anyways, we're going to run our cross fence across here, the back of the property, and kind of, I mean, it's not going to go straight, obviously, because the creek doesn't go straight, but we're going to stay on this ridge and try to keep it as straight as possible and just cut it where we need to cut it. And then down in this area right here, once we get the mulcher in here and get it all cleaned up, we're going to actually make that like a sitting area and put a pergola down here with some chairs and a little fire pit and stuff, because the kids love to, and the dogs, love to go down here and swim, because even though we get in the pond gets hot. This creek does not get hot. This creek stays cold, and it even in the drought this year, we always had water in it. It never went dry. So, and it's really deep right here in this area, so we're gonna kind of clean it up and try to do some kind of steps or stairs or something down to it so that it's easier to get in and out for the kids. But that's what the plan is for here. Add it to the list, because I mean, we got 10 years worth of plans already made. So, but we'll walk down here to where we used to take y'all to, where we used to come in and get in the creek, and then we'll walk back up on this side of the runoff, and then we'll kind of cut it there. So. all this in here is going to be so pretty when it gets all cleaned up and you can see all these hills and runoffs and stuff. I'm so excited. I think that's Coda track.
There's some bear tracks.
That bear's following us again. So this is just along the runoff. This isn't our actual property line, but he went ahead and kind of pushed through here and got this kind of cleaned up so we can now get the side by side all the way through here. But I guess it was. So now we are on the south side of our property. So if we go straight up this lane right here, we go back to the road. Colt's gonna get y'all a shot this way, and you go straight down this way, and it heads back to the creek. It's a long ways back there. This fence line, I think, is, I can't remember now off the top of my head. It's long. It's, I want to say 800 or 900 feet. That don't sound right. I don't know. Anyways, it's long. It's the longest fence line that we have. So you can kind of see the corner brace for the back of the goat pen right there. And then, I mean, from the back of the goat pen to the road, all the way across, there's like 3 or 4 acres right there, so if that tells you anything. But this is where we cross over to go to the other side. Eventually we're going to put in, when we get all this cleaned up, we're going to build a bridge that goes across there so we don't have to go through the runoff and get it all cleaned up so that it looks nice. But it'll go all the way back there. And there are some massive trees on that side. We had no idea. We really didn't think there were any trees on that side that were worth saving because there was so much. I mean, you couldn't even see in there. We couldn't walk through there, even on foot. You couldn't get through that. It was so thick. And it was just a bunch of yopons and saplings and cane, and it was a mess. So, anyways, it goes back that way quite a ways. And so it's like a pie shape right here. And that's, like I said, it's probably about 7 or 8 acres. Little bear track. That's a pretty good sized deer track. These trees or anything, but you can see we've got pretty good sized oak trees in there. I think that's I don't know what that, I think that's a sweet gum tree right there on the back side back there, and it's pretty good size. There's another great big oak tree back there. There's some more back here. I mean, once we get all this other stuff out of here, these trees they're gonna do so much better. Oh, we did venture back to this corner one time, And I think there was 8 of us that started out on this journey, and only 2 of us made it to the fence post, because it was so thick in here, but we wanted to know how far it went. So we are now back at the creek on the other side. And he's got all this cleaned up and cleared out and pushed up. So we're gonna wrap it up here. I've got to go get ready to take Caitlin to the dentist and get her mouth checked out. But we're at the back side of the property on the other side of the runoff now, and the creek is running behind us. Over here is where our runoff starts to tie back in, and it dumps into the creek right here. So I mean, y'all can see we've got everything. I mean, we got the whole place cleared so that we can fence. We're just going to start one step at a time. God's been good to us. He's taken care of us. Even though it's been a hard season and things have not went as planned, we are surrounded by some amazing people, and I could not, without going into detail or crying on this video, you know who you are, and if you watch this video, we've already told you how much we appreciate y'all. God is good, y'all. God is good. We're gonna wrap it up here. Colt and I are gonna walk back up, and I'm gonna go get rid of this metal, and I'm gonna go wash my hands and go grab something to eat because I haven't ate yet, and some water, and then get the rest of our day done and get ready for this cold weather coming in. But we just wanted to kind of pop in and give y'all kind of a tour of what we've been doing and stuff like that. We are going to start doing more videos. We just, like I said, we've had a lot going on. Wasn't really in the sharing mood, but you know what? We're supposed to share even in the hard times. So appreciate y'all. This is Rafter 8, us and all of our children, and we'll see y'all on the next one. Y'all have a great day. God bless.